Most of the time when these people be talking, I don't even hear them. They talk and they talk, but I
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Junior. I'm going to be talking about the next step in the trip planning, which is getting exact directions to the location turn by turn. And at this point, you've already committed to the load. You know that you have enough hours and you are going to take it. So, it's important to commit, to know if you're going to commit to the load before proceeding with any other step, because you don't want to do all that work and then realize, oh, I'm not going to be able to take it or make the loading with the hours that I got available. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the next step, and I'm going to show you guys how to get directions to the location and how do I write them down on the pad and stuff, and how we go about that as far as, comparing the routes as well. So, all right, guys. This is the load again. I'm still going to be working with the load that we got at Colton, California, going to Los Lunas, New Mexico. As you can see on this first load, there's the code to the location, WCC. And then for the pickup, this is the code to the 90, which is WMLL. All right. So we're going to look at the Qualcomm and get the directions off of there. Alright, guys, once you get the codes, we're going to go here into the Qualcomm. We're going to compose. We're going to go to macro 19, which is directions to the location. And at this point, you're going to input the code, and I'm going to use the keyboard on the screen so I can show you guys. WCC, that's the code to the shipper, WCC. We're going to send it. We're going to also get the directions to the receiver, which is WMLL. WMLL.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
We're going to send those, get those directions. Let's go to the inbox.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
As you can see, those messages coming like that, they're in bold. They're going to stay bold until you actually read them. So, first one, it says we got to go I-10, exit 68. It's going to give you all the information about the location, phone number, city and state. Then it's going to start telling you how to get there. And then at times it's going to have important information you may need to know, for that shipper. So if you scroll and look, you want to make sure that you read everything. And sometimes it'll have watch codes, AONE. That's the same thing. You do a macro 19 for that, any code. Actually, there's 3 of them right here. So we're going to go back up. We know that we are at exit 57 off of Interstate 10. And we have to go to exit 68. Because we know that the mile markers go up going east. We're going to go east. I-10 exit 68. South Riverside exit. South Riverside Avenue exit. We're going to go south. So at this point, if we're going to go south, at the end of the ramp, we're going to make a right turn. Because we're going east, we're going to go south, we're going to have to make a right turn. Alright, in approximately 2 miles, we're going to turn left on Agua Mansa Road, then turn right on Miguel Bustamante Parkway. And then it says, can only arrive 1 hour before appointment if pickup load. Okay to go straight in if delivering. So, you start, reading these stuff about the shipper. It tells you where to go in case there's loads not ready. Let me see. And then it says here, don't attempt to go off I-10 on Cherry Avenue. You won't make the turn designated for big trucks. If need to go this way, turn Well, you know, for one, if it says you're not gonna make a right turn, I won't even continue reading because I ain't gonna even try to make that turn. So, you know, so we already know. I-10 exit 68 South Riverside Avenue exit. We're gonna go south. Then 2 miles, we're gonna turn left on Agua Mansa Road, then turn right on Miguel Bustamante Parkway, and it should be right there. We can't miss it. So, those are directions to the shipper. We're gonna look at them here on the map. We are right here off of exit 57. Then we're gonna follow at the exit 68. You want to confirm that that's Riverside. It's a little shaky right now because I'm getting loaded. It's Riverside Avenue. So we're gonna go south, and then it says to turn right onto, actually, turn left on Agua Mansa Road. So we're gonna look, make sure that we can see it. Sometimes you can see it, and it's right there. So you know we're gonna turn left, and then right on Miguel Bustamante Parkway. So we're confirming that's the way we're gonna go. Simple. Stay on the highway. Exit 68. Go south. Make a left on Agua Mansa Road. All right. All right. We've gotten the directions to the shipper. Now we're gonna get directions to the receiver. We are not going to get directions to the receiver, which are WMLL. We're going to click on that. Then we're going to kind of briefly read over it. It says I-40 exit 159 to 25 south to exit 203. Turn right on Main Street. Turn right on Los Moros Road. Receivers on right. You know, pretty simple. It says don't take New Mexico 6. You want to make sure you read any other notes. You know that there is no more than 1 hour early or late. I mean, I don't see why anybody be late, but you know, if you're running behind, you always let dispatch know. So it says no overnight parking, can't park any place within 2 square mile radius. It's important to read. You know, you get a ticket, fine. It tells you about a washout. So, you know, it's pretty important, pretty simple. Just make sure that you read the description, read the notes where you're delivering and stuff. And, you know, in this case, I-40 exit 59 to 25 south to exit 203, which Interstate 40 is the route that I'm already looking at. So, that's good. All right. All right, guys, we're going to look at the receiver, Los Lunas. It says to go I-40 exit 159 to I-25 south the exit 203, which we can see 203 right there, but there isn't a blow up of Los Lunas, so we have to go by what they say, which is don't mind the shakiness, is we're getting loaded right now, so taking the time to make this video. Exit 203, turn right on Main Street, then turn right on Los Moros Road, and receivers on the right. So that's it right there. They recommend what route to take from the shipper to the receiver. So this is the macro that you're going to be using. You're going to go to compose, and it will be macro 15. Please send routing from location to location. So when you get here, you're going to put 01, and then you're going to put 90. If you're at any other location, you put 02, then you would put 03 if you're going to multiple stops, or 02 to the 90. Whatever location you want to go to, it'll give you directions, the recommended route. Now, if you are in the middle of the route, obviously you're not at a shipper or anything. So at that point, you want to hit pound, and then go to 90. So pound stands your current location. It'll give you direction from your current location to wherever you want to go, whether it be pound to the 01, which would be the shipper, pound to the 90, which would be the receiver. So that's important to know. Pound is your current location, and then you would put the numbers in here. Okay, so we've located the shipper and receiver. Now we're gonna look at the big picture, how we're gonna go from the shipper to the receiver. You know, we got directions going from the truck stop to the shipper, and then directions to the receiver. Now we're gonna do directions from the shipper to the receiver. All right, and I'm gonna show you guys how we write that down on the pad and stuff, and how I do it with my students and stuff. So, all right, guys, again, we're over here on the Riverside, junction, and we're trying to get to just south of Albuquerque, which is right here. And me personally, I think the best thing to do is go up 15, cut across on 40, just jot down, on 25, and we'd be good. I looked at the Interstate 10 route. It's a little longer as opposed to going over on 40, so we're gonna stay on 40, and then we're gonna look at each state. All right. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm now going to show you how I write down the directions from wherever I'm at to the shipper, and from the shipper to the receiver. All right. So we're here in California. This is the blow up of where we at. We are right here off of Interstate 10. All right. So I'm gonna put on here to shipper. So we're gonna go I-10 east, and it said exit 68 Riverside Avenue. Then we're gonna put go south, and then we're gonna put EOR, which means end of ramp, go south. And then I think the directions said, let me see, it says 2 miles, turn left on Aguamansa Road. Then from there it says turn right on Miguel Bustamante Parkway. All right, so these are directions to the receiver, to the shipper. I'm sorry. So we're right here, and we're trying to go east, the exit 68 Riverside Avenue, go south, and boom, right there. Okay. So now we're gonna go. This is to the shipper. I'm sorry, to the receiver. All right. So from here, we said that we was gonna go up 15 to 40, which we're gonna go back to the United States, to the big map, and yeah, we said we was gonna go up 15 to 40, down to 25 in Albuquerque. All right. So we go back up to California. So again, we're right around this area right here. So at this point, we're gonna go back up the Riverside, but I'm not even gonna put those two directions, those two streets that put us back on Interstate 10. So I'm just gonna get on 10 immediately, I-10. And we're gonna go back to the truck stop because I need to fuel up the reefer, being that it might be a drop and hook. I don't know. I always like to top off the reefer. So we're gonna go back to exit 57. Top off the reefer, and then from there we'll continue. So all right, so from there we're gonna get on 15. So that's right there. So we're gonna go I-10 east. Exit 58. We're gonna go I-15 north. Oh man. We're gonna go take north all the way up to 40. All right. So let's look at the blow up of California. So it's right here. We're gonna go 15. It cuts off right here. So we're gonna go to this page right here, which that'll put us outside the blow up. And take us up to Barstow. So we're gonna go say I-15 north. In Barstow, California, look for, I always say look for because I don't have an exact exit number to get on 40. So you're gonna look for Interstate 40 East. So it's important to be paying attention to the signs when it says, you know, Barstow city limits, or, you know, to that nature. So it's always important to watch the signs, all right? In Barstow, California, we're looking for 40 East. So at this point, 40 East, we're gonna run all California. So over here, I'm gonna put all CA, abbreviated. And then we're gonna go into the next state, which is Arizona, and it tells you the page number, page 8. So we're gonna go to page 8. And as you can see over here, this is the beginning. All right, so we're gonna say all Arizona. We're gonna close it out because we know that the next state is New Mexico, and that's where we're gonna do a change. All right. So next state is New Mexico, page 68. Page 68. New Mexico. Alright, so the 40's up here. Follow 40, and then we're going to go to the Albuquerque. There's a little gray box here. Remember, each gray box is a blow up. If there's not a page number on the gray box, then it's going to be on this page. So it looks like it's down here. Alright, so we're going to go 40, and then to get on 25, it still doesn't give us an exit number. So we're going to go to the last exit number that we can see, and it's 157A. So we're going to put on here, after exit 157A, we have to be looking for Interstate 25. Alright. So I-40 East in New Mexico, after exit 157A, look for Interstate 25. So that you know that in New Mexico, after you cross exit 157A, you're going to be looking for I-25 South. And then we're going to go to the directions to the 90, which says I-40 exit 159. So because it says I-40 exit 159, I am not able to confirm that on here. So I'm gonna leave it like this. Alright, I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm not even gonna change it, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And then it says I-25 South, exit 203. So the directions on the Qualcomm say I-25 South, exit 203. And then it says turn right on Main Street. So I put on here turn right Main Street, and then it says turn right on Los Moros Road. Turn right on Los Moros Road, and then it says receiver on right. Alright, so this is how I do mine. To the 9001. So I got my directions to the shipper, and then I got directions from the shipper to the 90. Alright? And this is how I do it, guys. This is how I show my students. This is how I train them to do it. You know, at this point, you're gonna, you know where you're going, not have to worry about the GPS. Alright, guys, I have, done the route from my location to the pickup and then to the receiver. Again, guys, this is what I teach my students. This is what I show them to do. This is what we do when we come on my truck. Everybody's different, and this happens every time the load gets picked up or when you get dispatched on the load. It's not going to happen right off the bat. It's going to take time because it's going to take practice. Practice makes perfection. All right, the more practice you get on the Atlas, the easier it's going to be for you guys, anybody, and stuff. So don't think this happens just like that. No. So again, this is what I do on my truck, and at the end of the day, you have to make sure that you stay in the truck routes and read any notes that the directions on the Qualcomm have to say as far as whether there is overnight parking or not. They will wash out on site or nearby or whatever. How early can you arrive? That all is going to have to come into play. And as far as when do you depart to the receiver, when do you leave, when do you start the clock, stuff like that. And all that stuff is going to come in and play. It's hard to say how it happens, because unless I'm doing the same load every time, then I can't really show you the different scenarios that could happen with that load. So again, this is just my way of doing it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. The email is going to be on the description. Please like, share, subscribe, and thank you very much. This is the video that shows you guys how to trip plan.